gentlemen, welcome to the flag hoisting ceremony on the Independence Day of Pakistan 2012. First of all, I would like to request Her Excellency the Ambassador to kindly proceed to the flagpole platform for the flag hoisting ceremony.
बनाएगा जिस तरह उनसे पहले गुजरे हुए लोगों को बना चुका है, उनके लिए उनके उस दीन को मजबूत बुनियादों पर कायम कर देगा जिसे अल्लाह ताला ने उनके हक़ में पसंद किया है, और उनकी हालत खौफ को अमन से बदल देगा। बस वो मेरी बंदगी करें और मेरे साथ किसी को शरीक ना ठहराएं, और जो उसके बाद कुफ्र करे तो ऐसे ही लोग फासिक हैं। नमाज कायम करो, ज़कात अदा करो और रसूल सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम की इताअत करो ताकि तुम पर रहम किया जाए। व आखिरु दावाना अल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिल आलमीन।
The messages of the President and the Prime Minister on this occasion.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I now read to you the message from the President of Pakistan, President Asif Ali Zardari. I wish to extend my heartiest felicitations to all Pakistanis living within the country and abroad on the auspicious occasion of our 66th Independence Day. Falling in the holy month of Ramzan, it is the most important date in our national calendar. On this day in 1947, our long and hard struggle for independence against foreign domination was crowned with success, and a new state was born wherein we could fashion our lives and destiny in accordance with our culture, values, and aspirations. On this day, our heads bow in gratitude before Allah, and we are beholden to our founding fathers, who under the leadership of the Quaid-e-Azam achieved a separate homeland for us. While it is natural to rejoice today in our independence celebrations, it is also an occasion to pause and ponder over whether we have moved towards or away from the ideals for which Pakistan was created. Our founding fathers envisaged Pakistan as a country where democracy, constitutionalism, and rule of law would reign supreme. It was envisaged to be a country where the power of the ballot and not the bullet will determine the political choices of the people. Countless lives were sacrificed for the achievement of these ideals, including that of the country's first directly elected Prime Minister, Shahid Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, and the Muslim world's first elected woman Prime Minister, Shahid Muhtarama Benazir Ali Bhutto. Unfortunately, for most part of our independent existence, the people were often denied the right to rule, and the Constitution repeatedly abrogated. It is reassuring that the present Parliament unanimously restored to a large extent the democratic Constitution of 1973. The restoration of the Constitution by all political forces and provinces raises our hope that despite setbacks, we will revert to our true bearings and restore to Pakistan the values and ideals for which it was created. However, the people and the Parliament must also be watchful against new forms of assaults on the Constitution and the Parliament. Let us, on this day, rededicate ourselves to the democratic ideals and principles of the Qaid. Adherence to that principle that political choices must be made by the ballot and not imposed through the bullet demands that we banish from our midst all forms of bigotry, extremism, and militancy. On this day, I wish to call upon everyone to work together for the strengthening of democracy, empowerment of the people, and for a progressive, tolerant, moderate, and modern Pakistan as envisioned by our great leaders. Pakistan, Payandabad. I now bring to you the message of the Prime Minister of Pakistan, the Honorable Raja Pervez Ashraf. On the auspicious occasion of the 66th day of independence, I would like to extend my felicitations to my countrymen, including overseas Pakistanis everywhere. August 14, 1947, saw the successful culmination of a heroic struggle of the Muslims of the subcontinent for their right to have a separate homeland. Pakistan appeared on the world map through a democratic struggle, and its progress and prosperity lies in its continuation of the democratic system as well. The present coalition government has undertaken various historic initiatives during the last 4.5 years and pursued a policy of reconciliation. The passage of the 18th Constitutional Amendment empowered the federating units administratively as well as politically. The consensual adoption of the 7th National Finance Commission Award increased the share of the provinces in the federal divisible pool. We have also historically refashioned our country's foreign policy in accord with parliamentary guidelines and the national interest. Other than this, the Benazir Income Support Program, a flagship program of the government, has focused on women's empowerment and welfare of the poorest segments of society. I am reminded of the Quaid-e-Azam's message on the inauguration of Pakistan Broadcasting Corporation on the August 15, 1947. Quaid-e-Azam said, and I quote, "The creation of the new state has placed a tremendous responsibility on the citizens of Pakistan. It gives them an opportunity to demonstrate to the world how can a nation containing many elements live in peace and unity and work for the betterment of all its citizens, irrespective of caste and creed," end quote. I would like to take you back to the address made by the father of the nation to the Constituent Assembly on the 11th August 1947, and I begin quote, "You are free. You are free to go to your temples, you are free to go to your mosques, or to any other place of worship in this state of Pakistan. You may belong to any religion or caste or creed. That has nothing to do with the business of the state," end quote. Let me assure my fellow citizens that in conformity with the guidelines laid out by the father of the nation, my government is committed to an equal status for minorities as citizens of the state. We are confronted with various challenges such as the energy crisis, the law and order problem, economic difficulties, terrorism, and extremism, which have slowed down the pace of socio-economic development. Despite all these difficulties, Pakistan today is a vibrant polity where the judiciary is independent, parliament is functioning, the media is vibrant, and civil society is active. We are a resolute and determined nation and can overcome these daunting challenges if we demonstrate tolerance, unity, solidarity, and understanding. This year, the 14th of August, falls in the holy month of Ramzan. Thus, this holy month carries added significance for us. On this blessed occasion, we bow our head in eternal gratitude to Almighty Allah for His favors and pray for the security, unity, progress, and prosperity of our great country. Let us pledge to work together and commit ourselves to the progress and prosperity of our nation by setting aside our mutual differences so that this country can get its rightful place in the comity of nations. Pakistan, Payandabad, and thank you all.
Thank you, Excellency. I now request Qari Abdul Basit to lead the dua to conclude this ceremony.
या रब्बी लकल हम्दु कमा यंबगी लिजलाली वजहिक व अज़ीम सुल्तानिक अल्लाहुम्मा सल्लि अला मुहम्मदिन व अला आलि मुहम्मदिन कमा सल्लैत अला इब्राहीम व अला आलि इब्राहीम इन्नका हमीदुम मजीद अल्लाहुम्मा बारिक अला मुहम्मदिन व अला आलि मुहम्मदिन कमा बारकत अला इब्राहीम व अला आलि इब्राहीम इन्नका हमीदुम मजीद रब्बना ज़लमना अनफुसना व इन लम तग़फिर लना व तरहमना लनकूनन्न मिनल खासिरीन। ए अल्लाह, तेरा लाख लाख शुक्र है कि हमारा वतन पाकिस्तान जो हमें हमारे बुज़ुर्गों की बेशुमार क़ुरबानियों से इस माह रमज़ान में तेरे फ़ज़ल से आज़ाद हुआ, हमें इसकी आज़ादी इसके हक़ीक़ी रूह के मुताबिक मनाने की तौफ़ीक़ दे। तो इसको मज़बूत व मुस्तहकम और खुशहाल बना। इस मुल्क को हर किस्म की छोटी व बड़ी साजिशों से और मुसीबतों से महफूज रख। या अल्लाह, ये बाबरकत और रहमतों वाला महीना है, हमारी गलतियाँ दरगुज़र फरमा, हमारी नमाज़ें और रोज़ों को कबूल फरमा, अपनी रहमत से नवाज और तौफ़ीक़ दे हम तेरे बताए हुए सीधे रस्ते पर चलें और अपने मुल्क की सरबुलंदी के लिए कोशा रहें। आमीन या रब्बल आलमीन। रब्बना तक़ब्बल मिन्ना इन्नका अंतस समीउल अलीम व तुब अलैना इन्नका अंतत तव्वाबुर रहीम व सल्लल्लाहु तआला अला खैरि खल्क़िही मुहम्मदिन व अला आलिहि व अस्हाबिहि अजमईन बिरहमतिका या अरहमर राहिमीन।
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the flag hoisting ceremony for today. I now request all of you to kindly proceed to the auditorium for the certificate distribution ceremony for our interns. Thank you.